In order to create a new campaign, post-login we will select Manage Campaigns, and then select the Create Campaign button. In the window that opens up, we will give our campaign a name, and add a relevant description to it. Now we have two different call control strategies available, which can be selected according to our requirement. In max concurrent calls, all the calls that come would route to the buyer with the highest priority, and the same buyer would continue to receive the calls till the time his live call limit is met. Once the limit is met, the calls will be forwarded to the next buyer according to the priority. In weightage distribution, the calls would be forwarded according to the percentage of calls specified for each buyer. The calls are forwarded randomly, and it is not necessary that the first call would route to the buyer with the highest distribution weightage. However, the number of calls forwarded would meet the percentage of total calls specified for that buyer, and would never exceed the live call limit. For example, if the weightage value for buyer A is 4, and for buyer B it is 6, and if we receive a total of 100 calls in a day, then out of those 100 calls A would definitely receive 40% of the calls, and B would receive 60%. Furthermore, the call conversion time would help to define the number of calls that have lasted longer than the specified value. It would help us to calculate the number of successfully converted calls, according to a specified call duration. Next we have call threading, which if enabled would forward the calls from the same number to the same buyer every time. Once these options are filled, we will click on Save and our campaign would be created. Furthermore, after the campaign is created, we need to assign it to the DID that we have, so that the calls can be forwarded to the buyers. To assign a campaign to the DID, we will go to DID numbers, and from the action column, we will assign the campaign that we have created to the respective toll-free number. Once it is done, the call forwarding setup is complete and the calls would start forwarding, provided the buyers are active.